This is my second rant of the day. There's been a question going around on the internet through YouTube. The question is this: who needs an AR-15? Everyone argues AR-15 stands for assault rifle. I am not a gun expert. I'm a gun enthusiast. You want a gun expert? Go talk to your military. One of those gentlemen that have been in the military, they have more knowledge on this particular weapon than I do. What I can tell you, AR-15 is not assault rifle. It is armor light rifle. And if I remember correctly, the 15 stands for his 15th patent that he has registered for. Hence AR-15. Now, the question is who needs one? The problem is I don't want an assault rifle. I am not a fan of them. But reality is that it is that needed. An assault rifle, granted, yes, sometimes it can be fun, but they're extremely costly to operate, even though that they don't. People go, oh, this is for hunting. It is a sporting arm. It can be used for hunting. Other people argue it can't be used for hunting. These guns range from .22 long rifle up to a 50 cal Beowulf. So anything above a .223 pretty much can be used for hunting. The standard military round for this is a .223. It is not a very damaging round, as in lethal. It is meant to do damage, to wound an individual on the battlefield so that it ties up two soldiers to get someone off the battlefield. So that means because you have a wounded soldier, you are down two additional soldiers hauling that individual off the field. That pulled 3 resources off of a battlefield. That is what the weapon was meant for. Myself, the reason I own one is not because I want one. It is not because I need one. It is because I have the Second Amendment that says the right to a well-regulated militia, the people's right shall not be infringed. Give me a second here. The Second Amendment reads, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the people, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It is the right of the people to have this rifle. It is the people that are the militia. The military is there to protect the country outside of the United States. The militia, which is the people, it is their right to protect their country in times of war when the military is not there. It is their right to protect their country from people that could be considered tyrannical. I know my views and opinion on this are going to be highly controversial. This video may even get me banned for my first go-round of YouTube. I don't care. This is just meant as a rant. My ranting to vent on my opinion. You have your own opinion. You can form it. If you wish to have one of these guns, it is your right to have one. If you do not wish to have one of these guns, it is your right not to have one. But we have to look after each individual person. There is a lot of people that live in rural areas. I live in a rural area. This rifle is meant to protect us. I may not agree with it. I may not like it. But if I am forced to protect myself from a mob or an invading army, which we are looking at in the current situation, we are looking at war with North Korea. We are looking at war with the Middle East. We are looking at war possibly with China and Russia. Granted, the Middle East and North Korea, chances of them coming to the U.S. and attacking is slim. But that's not to say that Russia or China, if they so desire, are not going to come over here and try to attack us. What are we going to do if these guns are banned? You ban these guns, we might as well just hand our country over to another country because they can walk in and take it from us. All they have to do is just defeat our military and then they can walk in and take it. There was a great Japanese military person. I cannot remember that person's name. I believe they were an admiral. They could have been a general. But they said that they were afraid to invade the United States because there is a rifle hiding behind every blade of grass. I feel as my right as a citizen of the United States, I am required by the Second Amendment to own this rifle to help protect our country. I pray I never have to fire it in defense of our country. I pray I don't have to defend the Constitution as our military does. But it is my fear, with the current situations politically, the way that they are going, that they are. I have never aimed a firearm at an individual to take a life. I don't ever want to. This, right here, has seen blood 6 times. It has put food on my table 6 times. This is my preferred weapon. It is empty, but it is my preferred weapon. I would rather hunt and use this weapon than this weapon. But if I have to defend our country, I'm going to be outgunned with this. I can't defend our country with this. I can give it a good shot. But in the end, I will be overwhelmed, along with everyone else that is forced to use a lever action or bolt action rifle. This gun is only a 50-yard, 200-yard firearm. This is my brush gun. I have gone hunting for wild pig with this. And as such, that is what this is for hunting. This is what I prefer to target plink with, because I find lever action is more enjoyable than a semi-auto. The only reason I own this firearm here, and I practice with it when I can, is for defense of our country. And I pray that I don't have to use it in vain to shoot someone. Because the only way I'm going to be able to shoot someone is not to look at them as an individual, is to look at them as an animal that is there to do me harm. I rather think of it as this is my hunting philosophy, so that you can understand it. When I go out and I shoot an animal, shooting that animal is for one of 2 reasons. One is to put food on my table so that I can eat, so that my family and friends can eat. And 2 is to protect myself and my family against an animal that is dangerous, or to protect my family means of food from some animal that is meaning to cause it harm. That is my philosophy. And if I have to look at an individual that is coming into our country to attack us, I'm going to have to try to look at it that way. And I don't know if I can. I don't want to find out if I can or cannot pull the trigger. Because if I can, that means someone's going to die, and I am responsible for taking a life. And if I can't, that means I've forfeited my life and those that I love and care about in my community. I love my community. I love the individuals in my community. I would like to think that I can forego and give up my life for those individuals in my community. But until that day happens, I am not going to say I can do it. I am not going to say I can do it. Because history of myself has taught me I can say one thing and wind up going down another road, and which winds up being the better road usually. We have to remember, 1, the 10 Commandments is the first Bill of Rights put forth to us by God. These rights are basically an outline how to treat each other. And it is forgotten. It is ignored. Whether you're religious or not, they are a good guideline to follow to treat other human beings. We need to treat others the way that we want to be treated. So if you treat people like shit, don't expect not to be treated like shit. But if you treat people with kindness and love, hopefully that person will return that. It is far easier to treat people with kindness and love than it is to treat people with hate. It takes more courage. It takes more dignity. Our second document that was founded over 250 years ago to protect our country is this Bill of Rights. It is meant to be honored and upheld. There have been too many people that have died for this document alone to protect what they believed in. I am not a military individual. I am not from the military. I chose to have fun and go adventuring as a motorcyclist. And as such, injuries from that motorcycle over the years have prevented me from even serving our country. But that does not mean I will not try to protect our country. This is my current rant. And if this video here gets me banned from YouTube for the fact that I am talking about what people want to refer to as an evil black rifle, this is my weapon of choice. This is my weapon of necessity. Please, let me keep this one in the cabinet so that it stays there. Don't start a war. Don't start World War III and make me have to dig it out. Don't start a revolution in our country and make me have to choose a side to take it out. Let this one stay in the cabinet and collect dust. My Second Amendment right, in my opinion, is that I am required to have this gun to help protect my country. That is my opinion. I know I'm not going to be popular with this, but it was asked. And I am responding as to why I own this rifle. And it is not because I want it. It is not because I like it. It is because I feel it is a necessity to own, to protect my country, because this gun is capable of protecting everyone. This one is not. This one will put food on my table. This one can do the same, but it is not my preferred choice. I prefer older actions. And that's why I own this. Remember, we have two documents And granted, yes, I know these are not the original. The first Bill of Rights put forth to us by God. Yes, I am a Christian. I am not going to push this on you. All I'm saying is at least look at this and think of it as a guideline of how to treat others. This one was put forth, the Bill of Rights, to protect us as a nation, to guide us. We have everyone arguing that we are a democracy. We are not a democracy. We are a republic. That means our government is beholden to the individuals. We give up this rifle. We give up our right to be individuals, and we are to be chosen, treated as a whole, as a group of people. And people in general are feared because they panic. Individuals distinguish themselves. Too many heroes have given up their right to protect the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Don't let their deaths be in vain. This is my current rant. I am sorry that this one is long. And as always, York sold it out, and thank you for listening if you are watching this.